Hey, what's up? Ian here, and this is the Letshuoer S08 Planar Magnetic IEM. Now, it's been quite some time since I reviewed Planar IEM, and this is one of the first in 2024. Now, the retail price for this is not out yet at the time of filming this video. So once I know the price and I have the link, I'll post it in the description below. So this is the box that it comes in, black color, and then you got the picture of number 8 in front. At the back, you do get some specifications, which I'll read out to you. The sensitivity is 105, impedance is 26 ohms, and the frequency range is 20 to 40,000 hertz. Now, the driver of this IEM is 13 millimeters planar magnetic driver. Okay. So inside this box, you'll get some accessories, which I'll show you. So this is a carrying case. So this is a hard shell case, and it's a screw top. So you unscrew it, and then you put your IEM inside, and then you protect it. Okay, so pretty straightforward case. It's a bit cumbersome to find a thread and then screw it back in. And then you get two different types of ear tips. One is a transparent color or white color. This is more of a balanced sound, normal bore ear tip, and then you get the smoke gray ear tips, which is more of a wider bore, more of a transparent sound, more of a a brighter type of sound. Okay, so two different types of ear tips. And as for the cable, you get interchangeable connection. So there's two connection. One is the 3.5, the other is the 4.4 balance. So it depends on what source you're connecting to. You can change out. It's very easy to change out. So just unscrew this, pull this out, and then change out to the 4.4. Okay, and then you screw it back. Okay, very easy to change out. And the cable is a 4-core braided cable. As you can see, it's a little bit grippy, by the way. It's a nice cable. It's just that it's a bit grippy. It grips onto itself, and then yeah, overall it's quite a firm cable, and overall a nice cable. Is a bit rubbery finish, and also, right, the chain slider is a little bit tight to a point whereby I'm afraid of tightening it and cinching the cable together. And I'm afraid to, fray the cable. So yeah, I'm not using the chain slider, by the way. Then for the ear hooks are normal. It's not too hard, not too stiff, not too soft as well. So no complaints on the ear hooks. And it terminates with a 2-pin connector to the IEM. Now the shape of the IEM is an oval shape, a very nice design, and it comes with two colors. One is this satin black, and the other is like a silver finish. And the entire shell is made of metal. Okay, entire shell made of metal. Faceplate is very nice. It's got this CNC cut finishing to it. It's very nice and textured as well. And then on the inside, it's a bit odd in terms of the shape. As you can see, it looks like a shoe, and this reminds me of the Moondrop shoe. Okay, so yeah, very similar, black finish as well. So then the nozzle is a built-in nozzle with the metal filter. Okay, so that's for the shape of it. Now in terms of fit and comfort, because of the shape, the fit and comfort is a little bit odd for me as well. So it does go in. Nozzle is long enough to reach my ear canal, and I don't need to keep fidgeting around with it. Fits my ear. Just that because of the shape, right, this part here juts out to the inner side of my ear. So after listening to this earphone for about an hour, I get a little bit fatigued, gets a bit sore on the inside here, and then I'll need to take a break. So this part here doesn't really fit my ear. It does push to the inner side of my ear. Okay. Seal wise, it gives me a pretty good seal. No complaints on the seal. Nozzle is pretty long, goes into my ear canal, and yeah, no complaints for the seal. Right, now let's talk about the overall technical performance of this. This is planar. I have no complaints with the performance. It's just that, it's a little bit rounded in terms of the overall sound. There's no distortion, a little, right? Not exactly no distortion, but there's a little bit of distortion. But overall clarity and resolution is there. It's just a little bit rounded in terms of the sound. Now, in terms of soundstage, it's not the widest. It's also not intimate. It's close to being intimate, but it's not that claustrophobic type of soundstage. There's quite a bit of height, but it's not the airy type of soundstage. But sound separation is there, very well imaged. So instruments and vocals, they are well placed in the stage and sounds natural to me. And detail retrieval is a little bit laid back, so it's not the most detailed planar IEM, in my opinion. I mean, usually planars, they sound very detailed and bright, but not this one. This is one of the, I would say, rounded sounding planar IEM that I have come across. Okay, so not the most detailed, not the detail monster. Okay. So overall, technical performance of this is all right. It's just that is I don't know, is not the brightest and it's not the most detailed IEM that I've heard as for planars. Okay, now in terms of tone and timbre, this is thick, it's warm. It doesn't sound like a planar IEM. In fact, it sounds more like a dynamic driver without the dynamic sound. Okay, but it sounds very warm, very thick sound. The note weight is heavy and textured, very textured sound. So yeah, very warm and casual sounding type of planar IEM. Okay. Now in terms of sound signature, what I'll do is I'll post the graph somewhere up here. Okay. So looking at this graph, I would say this is bass, sub bass, not very heavy, but it's a mid bass heavy and also mids heavy type of IEM with a very dark treble, very dark treble. So when I listen to this, right, it gives me a very warm and and very mellow type of sound. Okay, so when I listen to this, I tend to listen to more of my pop songs and mainstream music. But yeah, it's a very harmonious type of tuning with a dark treble. Okay, now in terms of the sub bass, it's a little bit rolled off. It's not the most extended rumble. Okay, but it's a very heavy note in terms of that rumble, the earthquake shaking kind of rumble. It's just that without the dynamic feel to it. Can't really feel it because there's no dynamic feedback from the sound. But yeah, it's a little bit rolled off, but it's very heavy and very textured and very thick type of sub bass. Mid bass is very punchy and very impactful to a point, but it's a little bit overwhelming for me, but still okay. But it's almost to a point whereby I just find that it's a bit too much. Okay, in terms of the mids is recessed, but to the lower part of the mids, right, the male vocals, they sound really good on this. Pianos also, they sound really good on this. Trumpets, bass guitars, they sound really impactful and very present on this IEM. Female vocals, violins on the other hand, they sound a little bit shy, a little bit laid back, and yeah, not a very bright and energetic presence for the upper end of the frequency. Okay, so I would say mids is all right. It depends on what you listen to. Now the planar gain to the treble is actually pretty all right. The energy is there. It's not shouty. It's not too harsh as well. It's just nice. So to me, it's got enough energy and enough spice for me to engage myself to my track, all right, and feel connected to my track. So it's all right, pretty nice gain to the treble, but then the treble is dark, right? So it dips down pretty much, making female vocals lose that brightness and that I would say bite. Okay, it's not sharp, definitely not sharp, and there's very forgiving treble, and you will definitely not hear any sibilance on this IEM, on this planar IEM. In fact, this is one of the darkest planar IEM that I've heard so far. So yeah, it's dark, and I would say it's very forgiving for those of you who are sensitive to treble. Very nice IEM. If you are sensitive to treble, this is the IEM to get, no doubt. Planar IEM. Okay. All right, so that's the overall sound signature of this S08. Now let's compare it with its predecessor, which is the S12 Pro. Okay, so this is the other planar IEM. I mean, this has got a very heavy bass, okay, as well. But it's not a dark, heavy based IEM. So when I compare these two, right, I find that the bass on the S8 is not as heavy, it's not as prominent as the S12, but it's more textured and it's more satisfying on the S08 as compared to the S12 Pro. And also because this S12 Pro is brighter, right? It's a brighter IEM compared to the S8. It sounds lighter as well. It sounds a little bit leaner, okay, to a point whereby it's not a very engaging and warm and casual sound. So this one sounds casual, more casual as compared to the S12 Pro. Soundstage will sound a bit wider and more transparent on S12 Pro, and overall details retrieved will be a little bit more on the S12 Pro as compared to the S08. Okay, so it depends on your listening preference. What are you looking out for, and what your tolerance is. So if you cannot tolerate treble or the sibilance of the treble, then this IEM is really suitable for you. But if you want a bit more energy, you want a bit more bite, you want a bit more engagement to your treble, a bit more air to the treble and sparkle, then it'll be the S12 Pro. Okay, right, so that's the comparison with the S12 Pro, and also that also concludes my overall impression and review of this S08. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's it for now. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.